Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Okay, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Okay, how about now? Are you able to hear me? Okay, thank you. I'll start some juggling. If I can close this. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining the call. Welcome back. We'll offer the prayers before starting. Have this, so my life is easier. Able to hear me? Anybody? Just please raise the hand if you are able to hear me. Okay. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaisnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhano Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda
Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam pangulang hayate girim yatkripatamaham vande Sri Guru Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanyamishwaram. Hare Krishna. Thank you everybody for joining the call. Today we are doing the 4th chapter of Bhagavad-Gita. So before entering into that, we'll do a little recap of the 3rd chapter so that we can connect it. Okay, let me see what is this. Here in the group so that we can chant along with you. Oh yes, definitely. I thought of doing it, but volume is less in Zoom. Really? Even now? Is everybody same situation? Or it's only for you? Is good? Is the voice is good? Otherwise I have to take it out. Volume is good. Okay, thank you. Okay, now, so in the 3rd chapter yesterday, even for this, let's come back just 2 minutes we'll spend on whatever has happened so far. First chapter, second chapter, third chapter, both 3 chapters. So in the first chapter, we know the problem. What is the problem? The problem is Arjuna doesn't want to fight. That is a fundamental problem. Reasons are so many. And Krishna has to convince him, has to fight. Why? Why Krishna has to convince him? He's the Supreme Lord, right? Can't he force him to fight? No, he will never do that. Being the Supreme Lord, he will not do that. Why? Because he has given us the freedom, free will. With that whatever the free will he has given to us, he is not going to take it out. If he takes out the freedom, there is no meaning for the freedom he is giving to us, right? So that's why he want to force us. If at all he does, is the only thing he will convince us, and then he will make us to do it. So that's why he's trying Arjuna to, he's convincing Arjuna to fight on his own. Whether he goes away from the battlefield or he fights, that simply it's his own free will. That's all. He just gives the knowledge. Using that knowledge, whether he can fight or doesn't fight, that's fine. So Supreme Lord doesn't have any problem with that. But his job is to give the knowledge. So he's trying to give the knowledge. So what knowledge is given? The knowledge is started in 2nd chapter. First he gave the Sankhya or Jnana. Sankhya Yoga or Jnana Yoga. What is that Sankhya? When first of all, Arjuna has to surrender to him, right? Unless you ask, unless you are requested, you are not supposed to give any knowledge. It is just like giving food when you are not hungry. You are not feeling hungry at all, but if I give chapan bhog, will you digest it? You will not digest it. So there is no point in giving knowledge when somebody is not asking. So generally, that's why if you give something free, people won't come, right? If you make them to pay something, okay, pay 50,000 rupees and enroll yourself and give all your details and fill this form, provide your Aadhaar card. In this way, we have to keep all complicated things. They will understand, wow, this course should be something definitely wonderful. But if I give something better than that with free, nobody shows an interest. So when I published the course on the WhatsApp, there are 600 people registered, more than 600 people registered, right? So the first day, how many people joined? 60 people joined. Why? What happened? Why did you register Why have not you joined? Why you have not joined? No meaning, right? So that's the reason. So free, just WhatsApp, right? Just click. One click, right? It will be registered. It will be there. Why? Maybe they might have thought, okay, well, this is a Bhagavad Gita. I have to, at that time, they might be in some trouble. So they thought, okay, this Bhagavad Gita may be useful, right? Then they clicked it. Okay, we want to get the Bhagavad Gita. But meantime, that problem is solved. There is a 3-4 days time is there, right? So all their problems are, okay, then I don't need the Bhagavad Gita. So this is the situation people are in. So so unless you are hired, you are not supposed to speak. That is a principle. You should be hired for a price. Then there is some value. So here Krishna also, he knows the principle that he kept quiet. Okay, keep on, speak. Arjuna spoke for 20 minutes. And then he surrendered. Krishna, I don't know what to do. So then he spoke. And he not only speaking, he chastised, you rascal, what are you doing? You are a fool. Asochva nanvasocastam prajnavadamsya bhashase gatasu na gatasu nanasochanti pandita. And he heavily chastised. Right? Then he started giving the knowledge. He gave the knowledge. What that knowledge? Jnana. You are not this body, you are spirit soul. You are not killing anybody. You are not be killed. Right? So you are Atma. So Atma is not killed by anything. So everybody is going to die. Whoever is take birth, they have to die. Jatasya dhruva murti dhruvan dharma mutarasya. In this way, he has given all the knowledge. For that, you have to work for. Instead of running away, so because you are a Kshatriya, so your Kshatriya dharma is there. As a Kshatriya dharma, you have to fight. In this way, give all the knowledge in second chapter. Knowledge of Sankhya, knowledge of karma, knowledge of karma yoga, nishkama karma yoga, sakama karma yoga. He has given all that knowledge in second chapter. In third chapter, again, it's a little elaboration. So Arjuna asked a question. Somewhere Krishna said that, well, you can, why are, you can avoid this fight. What is that? Tat kim karmani ghore mam shloka. So there, he said that Krishna, Arjuna confused there again. One way you are telling me to renounce, and one way you are telling work. So that is the third chapter, right? What is that? Tyaga, renunciation or work. Which one is better? You decisively tell me. You are telling, renunciation is okay, work is okay. You are telling equivocally, but you tell me which is good. There he is confused. Then he said, according to your position, you better work because you are Kshatriya. You work. So in that process, he explained the yoga ladder. What is that? Karma yoga, sakama karma yoga, nishkama karma yoga, then jnana yoga, bhakti yoga. In this way, he has explained the yoga ladder. And then out of that, he explained the greatness of the karma yoga. Working for Krishna, how wonderful it is, how exemplary is, how example it is. He explained that. And in that process, so what is the enemy of the soul? What is the real enemy of the soul? What are the impediments and the path of yoga? Yoga means connecting to the Supreme. Either Jnana Yoga or Sankhya Yoga or Bhakti Yoga, whatever yoga is yoga. Through all these processes, we have to connect it to Krishna. So what is the impediment in the path of yoga, connecting process? What is the enemy? Lust is the enemy. Why? Because how the lust is, it covers the knowledge. It covers the real knowledge. What is that? Jnana avurtam jnanam etena analena dushpurena analena cha. So he said that. So for that you have to get rid of this lust. And he also told the enemy is the lust is the enemy. And where is the sitting place of this enemy? This enemy is sitting in the intelligence, enemy is sitting in the mind, enemy is sitting in the senses also. The lust is in the intelligence, lust is in the mind, lust is in the senses. So these are the places where the enemy is sitting. Before fighting, we should know where is the enemy. So without knowing the enemy, how can you fight? So you have to know the enemy. So enemy is the lust and the sitting places are these. So then you can work on it. Sorry. So in that way, he has given this third chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Another thing is, so third chapter is Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga means working, working for Krishna. So, and the next is Jnana Yoga. Why Karma Yoga came first before Jnana Yoga? First Jnana should be there, then Karma. Right? Yesterday I explained. Why Krishna explained Karma Yoga before Jnana? Because Karma Yoga, with minimum knowledge, if you work on in the field, then you will get a knowledge, you will get the practical knowledge. That is called learning on the job. When you work for Krishna, you will know better than even you study some book. That's why in our temples, if somebody knew Bhakta Jains, we engage them in service. Okay, please go and distribute the books. Please come in the kitchen. Please cut the vegetables. Right? What does that means? He will understand more by working. This happened one time. Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya, many of you know, is a great scholar. At the time of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati was the guru of Srila Prabhupada. One time he came, and he came with some questions. He's a jnani, in the sense, he's a inquisitive person. He wanted to know things. So he wanted to ask Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. And Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati was busy. He said, there are my disciples. You go to them and they will answer your questions. Then he went to the disciples. The disciples they were washing the pots, temple pots, right? They were washing, bunch of pots they are washing. So I asked, hey, I have a question. Can you answer? They said, okay, we are busy. If you can come and join with us, we'll quickly finish this work and we'll sit together and answer your questions. Okay, he joined and he washed some pots. And after 30 minutes, all the pot washing was over and they were back. Okay, let's sit. What is your question? He said that I got my answers. I got my questions answered while working, answered. He just walked away. What does that mean? If you are work for Krishna, you will get more knowledge than reading a book. First of all, we have started our Bhagavad Gita with the understanding. What is that? Krishna is the Bhagavan. Krishna is the Supreme. Right? We accepted that. And we became friend to him. And we are trying to understand. So in that way, when we start working for Krishna, Krishna gives the knowledge from within. Krishna is there as Paramatma in everybody. మనందరిలో కృష్ణుడు పరమాత్మ రూపంలో ఉన్నాడు. The real knowledge is inside actually. The Atma is Sat, Chit, Ananda Vigraha. ఆత్మకి 4 లక్షణాలు ఉన్నాయి. ఆత్మ ఇస్ ఎటర్నల్, శాశ్వతంగా ఉంటుంది. ఆత్మ సత్ చిత్, ఆత్మకి అంత జ్ఞానం ఉంది. భూత భవిష్యత్ వర్తమాన కాలకు సంబంధించి అంత జ్ఞానం ఆత్మలో ఉంటుంది, ఆత్మకు ఉంటుంది. ఎందుకు? పార్ట్ అండ్ పార్సల్ ఆఫ్ కృష్ణనే కాబట్టి. కృష్ణులో ఏది నాలెడ్జ్ ఉందో ఆత్మకి ఆ నాలెడ్జ్ అంతా ఉంటుంది. సత్ చిత్ ఆనంద, ఆత్మ ఎప్పుడూ ఆనందంగా ఉంటుంది, ఆనందాన్ని కోరుకుంటుంది. విగ్రహ, ఆత్మకు రూపం ఉంది. ఈ 4 లక్షణాలు ఉన్నాయి. సో కాబట్టి లోపల నాలెడ్జ్ లోపల నుంచి రావాలి. యాక్చువల్గా నిజమైన నాలెడ్జ్ రియలైజేషన్ కమ్స్ ఫ్రమ్ విత్ ఇన్. ఎక్స్టర్నల్ ఓన్లీ ఇట్ హెల్ప్స్ అంతే, బట్ రియల్ నాలెడ్జ్ కమ్ ఫ్రమ్ విత్ ఇన్. సో హియర్ పాయింట్, వాట్ ఈస్ దట్? హీ గాట్ ద ఆన్సర్స్ from within and he walked away. So in that way, work is, you have to work for Krishna. And especially in third chapter, we did recommended 2 things. Why? What is that? One is offering our results to Krishna. In the Karma Yoga, we have to offer our results to Krishna. How that happens? When I'm going to work, I am working for Krishna. When I'm working for Krishna, I get my salary. What do I will do with that salary? I get the groceries, I'll get the vegetables, I get the fruits, I get the flowers. Well, you bring all of them and you cook, right? Yeah, before you eat, you offer it to Krishna. Give Naivedya. Yajna Sishtasana Santo Muchyante Sarvakil Bishai Bhunjate Tatvagam Papa Ye Pachanti Atma Karanat. So we said that 334, I think. That sloka Krishna is telling that you offer that to me. By that offering, all your 9 to 5 job becomes bhakti. Karma, that karma becomes karma yoga. Nishkama karma yoga. That becomes. If you don't do that, it will become just karma. Karma, what is the problem with karma? Karma will bind you. Yajnartat karmano anyatra lokoyam karma bandhana. Yajnartat karma. Na koreki karma jai. Otherwise, anyatra lokoyam karma bandhana. It will bind you. It will become, if you do it good, you have to enjoy. If it is bad, you have to suffer. So when you offer that to me, I will take the ownership of that. Good or bad, I'll take care of it. You are clean. So in this way, karma yoga it gives a lot of knowledge. So now we will enter into the fourth chapter of Bhagavad Gita. What is fourth chapter Bhagavad Gita is Jnana Yoga. Prabhupada also mentioned it as transcendental knowledge. Jnana Yoga means transcendental knowledge. There is a difference between Jnana and Jnana Yoga. So we are acquiring a lot of knowledge. Okay, that could be material knowledge, spiritual knowledge, whatever it is. It's just Jnana. It doesn't have any purpose. So many people are inquisitive. They just acquire knowledge. They keep on reading books, 1, 2, 3 books, keep on reading. And they just want to know what is there. That's all. Right? That chapter is over. That subject is over. They'll go to next subject. They just want to time pass. And it's kind of inquisitiveness. Because human being is given that intelligence. Because of intelligence, they become inquisitive. So in that process, that's called jnana. But that is called, jnana can be divided into pure jnana, impure jnana. So impure jnana is not this material knowledge. Which what is that is it's all useful for, it is all useful for only eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. That's all. What is the pure knowledge? Who am I? Right? Who is God? What is the relationship? Right? Where I am going after death? Where I was before death? Why people are suffering? Why bad things happen to good people? Why good things happen to bad people? In this way, there is so much is there. That is all called Brahma Vidya. That is called Jnana Yoga or pure Jnana. Impure Jnana, pure Jnana. The pure Jnana is nothing but Jnana Yoga. Using that Jnana, you are connecting to God, Krishna. So here this is Jnana Yoga. This is Jnana Yoga. So using this Jnana Yoga, using this Jnana, we are connecting to God. So now in the third chapter, the problem is there. What was the problem? The problem, lust is the problem for the, or the impediment. Let me read it. Lust causes material bondage, and how one has to curb the lust by deliberate spiritual intelligence. Right? So how to get that intelligence, spiritual intelligence, how to get that? Because we know the problem, lust is a problem. That is a bondage and blockade. So to get rid of, we need some knowledge. So how to get that knowledge? That knowledge is given in this chapter. With that, we will continue the next chapter. So Krishna present transcendent knowledge by which one can protected from the bondage of lust. Krishna describes how he personally gave the spiritual knowledge to great kings. Okay, that is Nishkamakar, dutiful detached work, which is said to be the means to attain jnana. The goal of Nishkama karma is jnana. Yeah. So yesterday another thing we have described is Nishkama karma yoga. When we are working for Krishna and without any desires, without any self satisfaction, and that is leading to jnana also. Why? It encourages or it inspires you to know more because you are getting purified, right? When you are working for Krishna, your heart is getting purified. Then you will come to know certain things, and you will you will develop some inquisitiveness. As long as our heart is impure, we don't worry to know anything, because we are worried about all the time our own sense gratification, our living. But when we are with a minimum knowledge, with a little knowledge, when we are trying to work for Krishna, that work is purifying us. And that is paving a way to develop some inquisitiveness, especially about the Supreme. Oh, I am getting so much knowledge. I am getting so much peace. I am getting so much happiness. Where this is coming from? How this is happening? Isn't it? This is the inquisition. So basically, that paves the path to jnana. That is nothing but to transcendental knowledge. So here, this chapter we have divided into 4 acronyms. One acronym, 4 letters. What is that? EARS. Ears. What is this ears? Ears, we have to hear. Through ears, we have to hear. So what we have to hear? The knowledge we have to hear through our ears. So the E stands for eternal education. Education is eternal. The real education is eternal, and education is eternal. It's eternal education. We have to educate. We have to be educated on the eternal education. Right? What is the eternal education? Bhagavadgita is the eternal education. This is Shashvata Vidya. Isn't it? This is not a mundane education. Mundane education will be there for as long as this body is there, it will be there. Once this body is gone, again if you get next body, again you have to start A, B, C, D, E. అంతే కదా. ఈ లైఫ్లో నేను పిహెచ్డి అయ్యాను, డబుల్ పిహెచ్డి, త్రిబుల్ పిహెచ్డి అయిపోయాను, ఎగిరిపోయాను, పట్టుమని ఎగిరాను ఓ రోజు. ఎగిరిన తర్వాత మళ్ళీ ఐ వాజ్ ట్రిపుల్ పిహెచ్డి నెక్స్ట్ లాస్ట్ లైఫ్ గివ్ మీ బిఏ జాబ్ అని చెప్పి వెళ్ళాము అనుకోండి, ఇస్తారు ఎవరైనా జాబ్ మనకి? నో. బట్ దిస్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్, ద స్పిరిచువల్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఈజ్ ఎటర్నల్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్. This will be there all the time. Actually, it is there inside. It is there. So that's why this education is very important. Next is, let's go there next. So the first shloka, Krishna is explaining the lineage of transcendental knowledge. Parampara, evam parampara. No, not that. What is that? Evam parampara praptam. What is the first shloka? Oh yeah, sorry. Evam parampara praptam imam rajarshayo vidu sakale neha mahata yogo nasta parantapa. So he said that Arjuna, this knowledge is one minute. I think some problem here. What is that? Bhagavadgita. Yeah, first sloka. Sri Bhagavan Vacha imam vivasvate yogam proktavanaham avyayam vivaswan manave praha manurikshvakave bravit. This is the first sloka. Some incompatibility came. I thought something. So here Krishna is telling you. Krishna said, I instructed this imperishable science of yoga to the sun god Vivaswan, and Vivaswan instructed it to Manu, the father of the mankind, and Manu in turn instructed it to Ikshvaku. Arjuna, I am giving this knowledge to you. Why? Our Bhagavad Gita started with that. Where is that? Arjuna, you are my friend you are my disciple. That's why I'm giving this knowledge. So now he is telling that I instructed this imperishable science or science of yoga to the sun god. This knowledge I am not only starting to you. In previous also, this knowledge is given to others. Who are others? Sun god. His name is Vivaswan. Right? So Vivaswan, it give it to his son Manu. And Manu, he gave it to his son Ikshvaku. So in this way, this knowledge is getting transferred. So point here understood is evam parampara praptam imam rajarshayo viduhu sakale neha mahata yogo nasta parantapa. Actually, how the knowledge should be transferred? The knowledge should be transferred in the parampara. Parampara means what? Disciplic succession. Guru is there and he has his disciple. And he has his disciple. He has his disciple. He has disciple. In this way, knowledge should be just transferred. Isn't it? We are getting electric power into our house. How it is coming? It is generated somewhere in Nagarjuna Sagar and it is coming into your house. How it is coming? Through the poles. Through the wires and poles, the same electricity is available in our house. Just plug into in the plug point and then you will get the power. Similarly, knowledge also should be transferred in the parampara. So that's why the parampara is mentioned there. Right? The real knowledge is, who is the origin of the knowledge? Lord Krishna is the owner of the knowledge. Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum. He is the real Guru. He is giving the real knowledge. Isn't it? So, and it is coming through the parampara. Who is the parampara? Brahma is. After Krishna, Brahma is there. Brahma, Narada is there. Narada is Vyasa. And then, Madhvacharya, Ramanujacharya. In this way, there are so many gurus are there. So ultimately, Krishna is telling that this knowledge should be transferred or accepted in the parampara. Nobody is manufacturing. This knowledge should not be manufactured in the middle. Right? It should be transferred as it is. That's why this Bhagavad Gita is called as it is. Bhagavad Gita as it is. There is a meaning to it. So in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna said, I am the Supreme. And the commentator of Bhagavad Gita, Srila Prabhupada, said, Krishna is the Bhagavan. He did not say that I am Bhagavan. So there are thousands of translations of Bhagavad Gitas in the market, in all languages. If you take any other Bhagavad Gita, what they say? Krishna said, I am God, and they say that I am God. They are also God. No, it's not like that. Or else they will say that you are not supposed to surrender to Krishna, but something in Krishna. Isn't it? But there is nothing something in Krishna. So there is okay, there is what is called, sorry. Yeah, there is nothing in Krishna. So Krishna body, Krishna soul, everything is same. Krishna's body is spiritual body. We also have got a spiritual body, but that is covered by material body now. So that is the difference between Krishna and us. So now, okay, somebody is playing. Don't play. 1 minute. 1 minute. Don't play. Come on. Let me do this. Disable. I did that. Why it's coming? Okay. So now let's go to next sloka. So what Krishna is telling in this? So the knowledge is coming from parampara. Right? Evam parampara. That's how you have to get the knowledge. This is the transcendental knowledge, and this knowledge should be transferred through the parampara. So that is the message through this slide. And next, So here, let us spend little time here. The power of Vedic knowledge, right? What is the Vedic knowledge? The Vedic knowledge is it is a life. It's called knowledge for life, to live our life peacefully, happily in this material world. Even for with all the different kinds of sense gratifications, also we can live. When? How? By following the Vedic knowledge, accepting the Vedic knowledge in Vedic way, we can live our life peacefully. So that is the knowledge given in Vedas. What is that knowledge? We can see a couple of things. How Vedic knowledge is so powerful compared to any other mundane knowledge. Vedic knowledge is so superior and powerful and time tested, and you don't have to experiment it. Vedic knowledge is need not to be experimented, right? Generally, the Vedic truths are, generally we say that, sometimes we say, whatever you say is it Veda? ఏం నువ్వు చెప్పిందే వేదమా అంటాం మనం. అంటే ఏంటి? వేదం మీన్స్ సత్యం అని అర్థం. వేదాల్లో చెప్పింది 100% ట్రూత్, సత్యం. వి జస్ట్ హ్యావ్ టు ఫాలో ఇట్. అందుకని ఏమంటున్నాం మనం? నువ్వు చెప్పిందే వేదమా అంటాం మనం. ఎందుకంటాం? వేదిక్ నాలెడ్జ్ అలాంటిది అన్నమాట. అంటే ఇన్ఫాలిబుల్ అంటాం ఇంగ్లీష్లో. ఇన్ఫాలిబుల్ అంటే పడిపోయినటువంటిది, దానికి తిరుగులేనటువంటిది వేదిక్ నాలెడ్జ్. వేదాలు ఏ చెప్పింది కూడా, వేద స్టేట్ ప్లాంట్స్ హ్యావ్ లైఫ్, రైట్? ప్రొవైడెడ్ బై సైంటిస్ట్ జగదీష్ చంద్ర బోస్, proved by, sorry, till Jagdish Chandra Bose proved, people were not thinking that plants have life, and he proved it, and he got a Nobel Prize for it. But where should the Nobel Prize should go? The Nobel Prize should given to Vasudev. Enduku Vasudev wrote the Vedas. Vasudev wrote the Vedas, and he already knew very well. But now we are proving, and then we are getting Nobel Prizes. Similarly, there are some other things like what is that? The embryo, the embryology. Embryology mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam 3rd canto. Kapil Muni is explaining to his mother Dahuti in that chapter. He has clearly explained what is happening. What is that book called? Anatomy book. They compared devotees. They compared that knowledge given in the anatomy book, in the modern science, modern medicine, and compared to Srimad Bhagavatam, exactly matching. How the what is happening at the conception, how the baby is growing, what is happening first month, second month, third month, till 9th month, everything is exactly matching. That is the power of Vedic knowledge. This was given 5,000 years back. Our medicines are developed in last 100 years. But this knowledge is already given in 5,000 years back. But we are not, we don't have any faith, because it should be certified by a white-bodied person, right? తెల్లవాళ్ళు చెప్తే తప్ప మనకి నమ్మకం కుదరదు మనకి, రైట్? ఇట్ షుడ్ కమ్ ఫ్రమ్ వెస్ట్. నాసా షుడ్ బి సర్టిఫై చేయాలి నాసా. అప్పుడు మనే ఓకే ఓకే వెరీ గుడ్ వెరీ గుడ్, దిస్ ఇస్ సైంటిఫిక్. అదర్వైజ్ వీ డోంట్ బిలీవ్. We are so poor. We don't have any faith on our own scriptures. Even though we are following it, we are enjoying the results of Vedic life. Still, we are waiting for somebody else to certify, right? Similarly, cow milk is pure. Cow milk is called amrita. Cow urine has got so many medicinal properties. Cow dung has antibacteria. So in this way, there are so much things are mentioned. Conch shell is pure. Any bone of animal is impure, but a bone of an animal like a snail is pure, and we are using it in the worship of the Lord, right? In the Abhishek, we have to Abhishek through by conch shell, but actually conch shell is, it's a bone, but bone of any animal is impure, but this bone is pure. So that is mentioned by Vedas. Similarly, last 100 years back only, the people found out that Earth is round. But Earth is round mentioned not 5,000 years back. It was mentioned in 155 trillion years back. What is the age of Earth? 155 trillion years back only mentioned that Earth is round. But the Western education or the mundane education proved that Earth is flat, round only 60, 57, 70, 80 years back only. So that means what? We have got more knowledge. But we are poor. We are poor in our faith. We are poor in everything. So in this way, Vedas have given so much knowledge. That knowledge, we have to get it through the parampara. That's what Krishna is mentioning here. Okay, Vedas state cow dung is pure. In 1940 only the scientists found that it has got antiseptic qualities. And Americans have applied for, taken the patents for it because they found it. Without patents or without anything, knowledge of any patent, we were using it. So this is the situation. Similarly, the process of meditation, the power of meditation. Now, modern man is turning to yoga, meditation, Vastu Shastra, astronomy, astrology, metallurgy, etc. Recently, what is that? The Saranath, the pillar of Saranath is not getting any rust. So now scientists, they are doing metallurgy, they are doing so many things, but they are getting rust. So what is there? So NASA has appointed some people to study what is the combination of this Saranath pillar. It's not getting rust, even though in the moist environment it is pure. So what that means, what? Whatever the metallurgy has developed today, there was superior metallurgy was developed earlier. Your own temples are built. How they are built? Such a huge tons of slabs and racks are lifted to the first floor, second floor, third floor kind of levels. They lifted. How they lifted? Do we see any such kind of constructions nowadays? No. That means what? There is a better technology, better knowledge was available earlier. We don't have that now. Even though we are so proud of our technology and science, but what are we doing? We are simply locked out, locked in or locked out, both sides. If you are quarantined, they are locking from outside, right? If you are fear, you are locking from inside. So what does that means? The science and technology is helping you to lock in or lock out. That's all. So, but Vedic technology is not like that, right? So that's why NASA has a department of Sanskrit. They have appointed some Sanskrit scholars, and they are engaging them to study the Sanskrit and give us some things to test, to utilize. That is going on. And they found out that Sanskrit is the best language for computer programming. And even that was told by Sanskrit, NASA, some of the Indian people are there. They are so unfortunate that they are doubting. Generally, they should not doubt. Being an Indian, he should not have any doubt. Well, after getting some Western certification, we have to believe it, right? So one fellow is there, so unfortunate fellow, he is doubting that even NASA is telling also, how come NASA says that? It is not like that, right? It should be the English is the best language for computer programming. How NASA says that? This is spoken by an Indian man who happened to be a famous man, infamous man. Right? I don't know how many of you know that famous man, but this is the situation of Indians. Who will help? Does anybody help? Nobody will help. This is our misfortune. This is our misfortune. అంగట్లో అన్నీ ఉన్నాయి, అల్లు నోట్లో శని ఉంది. This is the shani in the mouths of Indians. Right? So let's go to the next. So because point ఏంటి ఇక్కడ, this is the Vedic knowledge and this is came from Krishna. Dharmam tu sakshat Bhagavat pranitam. All the Vedic knowledge is given by Krishna only. and that has descended through the parampara. So there are different parampara systems are there. So what are the parampara systems? There are some parampara is also called sampradaya. Samyak pradayate iti sampradaya. Samyak means completely. Pradayate means surrendering. Samyak pradayate iti sampradaya. In this sampradaya, we have to surrender, and then we'll get the knowledge. So what are the four sampradayas? One is the Sri Sampradaya, next is the Brahma Sampradaya, next is Rudra Sampradaya, and next is Kumar Sampradaya. These are the four sampradayas. So for Lakshmi Sampradaya, Sri Sampradaya, Ramanujacharya is the guru in this age, and Brahma Sampradaya, Madhvacharya is the guru, and Rudra Sampradaya, Vishnu Swami is the guru, and for the Kumar Sampradaya, Nimbarka Swami is the guru. These four sampradayas, in which the Vedic wisdom has been carefully handed over through a chain of acharyas or spiritual teachers till date. Till date, it is handed down without any change. Whatever has Krishna spoken in the starting of the creation, not 5,000 years back, in the starting of the creation, the same thing is coming down. The same knowledge now Krishna has to do it again when in the when 5,000 years back to the Arjuna. So that's what he's mentioning. Now, because you are my devotee and friend, he said, Sayevaya Maya Tedya Yoga Prokta Puratana Bhaktosi me Saka Chaiti Rahasyam hi etaduttamam. This is how we have started our Bhagavad Gita, this chapter, this course. Right there, we have put a condition. Right? What you theoretically you have to accept Krishna as the supreme. Why? Because Arjuna has accepted like that. So here also same thing. So now our teachings are authoritative, pure and safe to accept because they are based on works of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, a pure devotee of Lord Krishna, coming in Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. So why this is called so much? So from knowledge comes from Krishna. The next guru is Brahma. It's a Brahma Sampradaya. So in that Sampradaya Brahma, in this age, Kali Yuga, who is the guru? The starting guru is Madhvacharya. That's why it's called Brahma Madhva. So then it happened Gaudiya. Gaudiya means famous in Bengal. Gaudadesh. That's why it's called Gaudiya. In that Sampradaya, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, who is none other than Sri Krishna, incarnation. So that's why it's called Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. That's where I am in. Right? My guru is a disciple of Srila Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada is the disciple of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. And he is the disciple of Gaura Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj. And he is the disciple of Bhakti Vinod Thakur. And he is the disciple of, what is his name? Babaji Maharaj. What I forgot his name. So in this way, it is connecting to Madhvacharya. And Madhva is connecting to Vyasa. Vyasa is connecting to Narada. Narada is connecting to Brahma. Brahma is connecting to Krishna. So ultimately, all these four sampradayas are emanating from or starting from Krishna only. All the four sampradayas are accepting Krishna or Vishnu as the supreme. So that is why this is a bona fide sampradaya. Why it's called bona fide? Bona fide means what? We get a bona fide certificate. What does that mean? This fellow has studied in this university. This is a bona fide university. This course is a bona fide course. So he is eligible to get a job. Anybody can give him a job. That's called bona fide certificate. And that's why we search for a good university, a bona fide university. Even though there is a big building, so we cannot accept any big building as a university, right? It should be registered. It has got some history. There should be some students coming out and they should get some jobs. And we do all the research. Oh, so many people are getting good jobs. We study in this university. That's why we apply for that university and we'll get degree from that. Similarly, these four sampradayas are four universities actually. These are the four universities. In these universities, we have to get the degree, knowledge. Okay, the lineage of transcendental knowledge, parampara continues. So he is saying, because you are my devotee and friend, bhakta and saka. So that's why I'm giving knowledge. So to get the knowledge from a guru, what is the requirement? First and foremost requirement, you should be surrendered to guru. Then only you will get the knowledge. Otherwise, you will not get knowledge. How much ever you pay. Okay, next to, and you should be friend. Friend means what? You are not envious. Right? Who is the real friend? The real friend is not envious of us. If my friend is there, he should not be envious of me. If I am happy, he should be happy. If I am sad, he should be sad. Right? If I get something better than him, he should not become envy. That is he is called our friend. Not friend in need is friend in not. That's not right. So whether need or not need, he should be our friend. Okay. So in this way, we should get the knowledge in this way. So now Arjuna's question. Atheistic. Okay, what is the question here? Let's see. Let's go to next sloka. So Arjuna is asking, atheistic people consider Krishna an ordinary man and may not believe that he instructed the sun god. So Arjuna wanted Krishna to authoritatively establish the truth about himself. Now Krishna answers. What is the question? What is that? Let's see. Here it is. Fourth. Arjuna Vacha. Aparambhavato janma param janma vivasvata katametad vijaniyam tvamadhau proktavaniti. So Arjuna is asking, Krishna, the sun god Vivaswan is senior by birth to you. How I am to understand that in the beginning you instructed the science to him? Arjuna doesn't have any problem. Arjuna can accept. But for the people like me, because I'm an atheist, I have so much intelligence, right? With that intelligence, I may ask a question. Well, Krishna is telling that Arjuna, I gave this knowledge to sun god. But if you compare, Arjuna and Krishna are of same age. Then Arjuna is asking, you are of me are of same age. How come you instructed this to sun god? Sun god is so old. Sun is there since time immemorial. How come you said sun god? So that is the question he asked. Intelligent question, right? So that should be asked. So that's why we should not accept anything just like Krishna said. Krishna told it, so I'll accept it. No. Any knowledge you should not accept just like that. Unless you do research, unless you ask, unless you argue, unless you fight, you should not accept the knowledge just like that. Why? If you accept freely, you will reject freely, easily. That is why somebody told, oh, I love him, he has got so much big beard, big hair, so that whatever he said, I'll accept. No, you should be convinced about it. You should put your brain. Now that's what is happening now, especially in India. What is happening? So many people are getting cheated on the name of God. There is a more bigger cheating, or there is a most cheating going on in the name of God. Right? There is less cheating in other field. In the field of spirituality only, a lot of cheating is going on. People are, after that they are, tala pattukoni kusuntaru. Ayyo. So point enti, you should not accept anything just like that. You have to, in the footsteps of Arjuna, we have to inquire. So that's why how he inquired. Here you see the process, how to ask a question. He said, how am I to understand? He did not question, Krishna, how come you say that? You are this, you are that. No. He put a question in a humble way. Krishna, how am I to understand? This is the way of getting knowledge. So there is etiquette. It's called etiquette. Etiquette means samskaram. Guru శిష్యుల మధ్య సంస్కృతి ఉంది, సంస్కారం ఉంది. గురువుని ఎలా ఎంక్వైరీ చేయాలి? We should not question him. Enquiry, submissive enquiry. That is coming next sloka. So here saying, that's what Prabhupada is saying, there are number of editions of this great book of knowledge. What is that? Bhagavad-gita. What is the greatness of Bhagavad-gita? It is a most known book, less understood book. In the entire world, Bhagavad-gita is the most known, well-known book and less understood book. Some of them have commentaries by devotees and by the demons also. Some of the demons also commented on Bhagavad Gita. So commentation by the devotee is real, whereas that of the demons is useless. Arjuna accepts Sri Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and any commentary on the Gita following in the footsteps of Arjuna is a real devotional service to the cause of this great science. So the demoniac, however, do not accept Lord Krishna as he is. कृष्ण नहीं जाने दैत्य, कृष्ण नहीं माने दैत्य करी जाने. There is a Bengali proverb in Chaitanya Charitamrita. There is a Krishna nahi mane. If somebody is not accepting Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, daitya kori jane. Daitya means demon, rakshasa. Daitya kari jane. It is said that. Jane means you have to understand. You should know that if somebody is not accepting. So here, the demoniac do not accept Lord Krishna as he is. Instead, they concoct something about Krishna and mislead general readers from the path of Krishna's instructions. Here is a warning about such misleading paths. We have to be careful when reading Bhagavad Gita because there is so much misinterpretation is happening. Now let's go to next one. The divine nature of Lord Krishna's appearance, 5th shloka. So here, then Krishna, Arjuna asked the question, right? How can I understand? So there he said, Bahuni me vyatitani janmani tavaja Arjuna taniyam veda sarvani natvam veta parantapa. What is he saying? The personality of Godhead said, many births both you and I have passed. I can remember all of them, but you cannot, O subduer of the enemy. Arjuna, you and me have undergone so many births. Of course, Krishna doesn't have any birth, right? He's Aja. Okay, then, but still, he did not, even though birth means what? He did not change his body. He did not change his body, but whereas Arjuna has changed his body. But they were appearing together to do the pastimes. In every Brahmanda, in every earthly planet, they are doing pastimes. Just like they did in 5,000 years back here on this earthly planet, they are doing everywhere. So then Krishna said that you have forgot, but I can remember everything because I don't have any death. I don't have to change any bodies. But you cannot remember. That's what he said. Many births you and I have passed. I can remember all of them, but you cannot. And next he said that Ajopi san avyayatma bhutanam ishwaropi san prakritim swamadhisthaya sambhavami atmamayaya. What is that? Although I am unborn, Krishna is although I am unborn and my transcendental body never deteriorates, our body deteriorates. Our body undergoes 6 transformations. Yesterday, day before yesterday, we described that. What is the body takes birth and it grows and it stays some time and produces offsprings and then deteriorates and dwindles and dies. These 6 transformations the body happens because this is a material body. Whereas Krishna's body is not like that. Why? Because Krishna's body is a transcendental body or it's like a spiritual body. Just like Narada Muni. Narada Muni's body is also spiritual body. He can go anywhere and everywhere. And at the mere thought he will be landed there because it's a spirit soul. Just like our mind. How mind is very fast, right? In this material world, what is the fastest thing? Mind is the fastest thing. I can quickly go to America and come back. Within a split of a second, I can go to America and come back. That is the nature of the mind. So, the soul, Atma, is faster than the mind. So that's why Krishna's body is made up of that spiritual body, spirit, Atma. So one time what happened, we know the story, Ravana, I think. Ravana one time tried to cut Narada Muni. With his sword, he tried to cut him. But what happened? The sword went through his body, but still Narada Muni is there, intact. Ravana could not understand. What is this? Yeah, Ravana, you don't understand that. Don't worry about it. You tell me what you want. But he said that I want your body. Can you give me? I'm sorry. I cannot give you that. So that is the situation. So that is called spiritual body. So Krishna's body is spiritual body. He doesn't forget. So in this way, he said that my body never deteriorates, and although I am the Lord of all living entities, my internal by my internal energy, I still appear in every millennium in my original transcendental form. See, three things are there. It is original, and it is transcendental, and it is a form. But people are thinking that God doesn't have a form. But Krishna is saying it's my original transcendental form. Form means Rupam. But people are saying that God is Nirakar. God is not Nirakar. God has got a feature called Nirakar. That they don't understand. They don't know the difference. God, భగవంతునికి త్రీ ఫీచర్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఏంటి వదత్ తత్వం విద తత్వం యజ్ఞానమద్వయం బ్రహ్మేతి పరమాత్మేతి భగవానితి శబ్దతే. భగవంతుడి కృష్ణుడికి త్రీ ఫామ్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఒకటి భగవంతుని ఫాము, ఇంకొకటి పరమాత్మ, ఇంకొకటి నిరాకారం బ్రహ్మం అంటాం. బ్రహ్మ జ్యోతి ఆర్ బ్రహ్మం. ది త్రీ థింగ్స్ ఆర్ దేర్. సో సమ్ పీపుల్ దే ఆర్ సేయింగ్ okay, నిరాకార్ is ultimate. God doesn't have a form. Simply they are meditating on Brahma Jyoti. Light. Brahma Jyoti means light. There is a light. Light has a form too. That bulb has a form. The light coming from bulb is not doesn't have any form. The వెలుతురికి ఫామ్ లేదు, రూపం లేదు. కానీ ఆ బల్బ్కి అయితే ఫామ్ ఉంది కదా. Some bulbs are round, some bulbs are square, some bulbs are straight line. There are different forms of the bulbs. Bulb has a form. That is the source of the light. But the light doesn't have a form. That we know very well. Similarly, Krishna has a form, transcendental form, which we are seeing on the picture. That is his form. And from that form, so much light is coming. That is called Brahma Jyoti. That is called Brahma Jyoti. So people are thinking that Brahma Jyoti itself is God. No. Right? Whether light is there or the bulb is there. Sometimes the bulb doesn't have a light. Sometimes it has a light. Isn't it? In that way, so Krishna is always, he has a form, and his bodily effulgence is there. Not like a material bulb, but he is a spiritual. So he is always emanating light, effulgence, bodily effulgence. That is called Brahma Jyoti. So here, I think it's next to uniqueness of Krishna. Yeah, that is the uniqueness of Krishna's appearance. Our appearance, our birth, Krishna's birth are two different, right? Our birth is how it is, how painful it is, right? If we know our birth, we don't like to take birth again. How we take birth in the blood, urine, stool, while crying, we took birth. We took birth. So if that Krishna's birth is not like that. That is unique birth. That's what Krishna is telling here. Next we'll go to spiritual beauty and material beauty. Okay, let's see. Real material. See, what is this one? The real marble, the fake marble. Nowadays we are getting a fake marble. So how is the fake marble? Right? It looks like same. Similarly, our birth and Krishna's birth look like same, but you know the difference. You know the difference very well. How they are comparable. Similarly, same thing happens. Okay. So real currency, fake currency is there. Both are looking dollars. Right? Both are looking like dollars. But are they real dollars? No. Fake currency. Next. Real mangoes and the fake mango. Imitation mango. And the real beauty, spiritual beauty, and the material beauty. See the difference? Do we accept that? Can we simply still we say that me and Krishna are same, our births are same, right? So that's why it is not right. So the divine nature of Lord Krishna's appearance What is the divine nature of Lord Krishna's appearance? Krishna is explaining that. Okay, Paritrana, let's see. Okay, yeah, I got it. So here Krishna is telling, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanirbhavati bharata abhyuttanam adharmasya tadatmanam srujamyaham. That is uniqueness in Krishna's appearance. So why Krishna is appearing? Krishna's appearance is happening two times. Decline in dharma or religious principles, practices, and when there is adharma, irreligion is predominant, right? Yada yada hi dharmasya glanirbhavati bharata abhyuttanam adharmasya tadatmanam srujamyaham. Whenever and wherever there is decline in dharma or religious practice, or descendant of Bharata, and predominant of rise of adharma or irreligion, at that time I descend myself to reverse the situation. So that is the time of Krishna's appearance. What is the time of our appearance? Are we are we came here? Did we come here without with our free will? Right? Did we choose our parents? Did we choose our country? Did we choose our color, bodily color? Did we choose our male, female form? Did we choose anything? Is it our free will? No, we were forced by our karma. We are pushed into the yonis, wombs, right? Whereas Krishna, he has appeared out of his free will, whenever and wherever he wants. Nobody forced him. So that is the difference between his birth and our birth. And purpose of his appearance. What is the paritranaya sadhunam? Vinashaya duruskritam dharma samsthapanardaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So Krishna's able devotees can rectify the destruction of dharma and the rise of dharma. So why is it necessary for Krishna to personally appear? Question comes, right? Krishna did that work earlier also. If there is some problem, Krishna will send anybody, or some other incarnation is coming. Right? Purusha avatars are there, Leela avatars are there, Guna avatars are there, Manvantara avatars there. There are so many avatars, different avatars. At least in this time, there are 24, 25 incarnations are there. There are innumerable incarnations are there. But especially we know the Shavataras, in Bhagavatam 23 incarnations are mentioned. But people may ask, why Krishna has to come? He can send anybody, right? That's what he's saying, right? Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya dushkritam dharma samsthapanardaya sambhavami again. To deliver the pious and to annihilate the miscreants and to re-establish the principles of religion, I appear myself in every age. So, why? Because the other reason is because Krishna's devotees wants to see him. And Krishna wants to do some pastimes with his devotees. That is the real purpose of Krishna's coming. To annihilate the miscreants, to establish dharma, to protect the devotees. Everything can be done by somebody else. Krishna can empower any other living entity and finish the job. But Krishna has to come, just like example we'll give. When the small baby is there. Small baby is crying. 2 months old baby is crying. And mother is in the function. Right? So baby is crying. So there are so many mothers. They are holding the baby, but she is not stopping. Going mother to mother, mother to mother, mother to going. Baby is going, but baby is not stopping. How long she cries? Till she lands in the till she lands in the lap of her original mother. Then only the baby stops crying. Isn't it? This we know very well. Similarly, the Krishna's devotees are there. They are waiting for Krishna. They want to associate with Krishna. They want to do some pastimes with Krishna. So like that, that's why Krishna has to come. Oh, what happened? Okay. So Krishna has to come. So it's going on. 1 minute. 1 minute. Something wrong. Okay. Yep. So this is gone. Come on. Now from current slide. Okay. So because Krishna performs feats which are very difficult for others to do, right? Just like I gave the example. What is the example? The other mothers cannot do. What are the mothers can do? Original mother can do. So that's why Krishna is coming. So that's why he said Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya duskrutam. If you look at here, so Krishna has to give the Bhagavad Gita. Nobody else can give Bhagavad Gita, right? Bhagavad Gita, to give Bhagavad Gita knowledge, Krishna has to come because he is Bhagwan. He has to give that knowledge. Similarly, there are so many things. Next, so what is happening? Result of properly knowing Krishna's appearance. So Krishna is telling, Krishna is appearing, right? Sambhavami yuge yuge. In every millennium is coming. So by what is that result of properly knowing Krishna's appearance? What are we going to get? We are reading Bhagavad Gita. We are trying to understand, especially we are trying to understand Krishna's appearance in this. Difference between our appearance and Krishna's appearance. So what is the benefit of understanding Krishna's appearance? Here it is. Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo veti tattvataha tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti so Arjuna. Upon leaving the body, doesn't take birth again. See, if you understand this one sentence, coming to this course, the result of coming to this course is fulfilled for you. Try to understand this one. Upon leaving the body, doesn't take birth again. So all of us, or many of us, most of us are, after having some understanding of having this body in this Kali Yuga, in this material world in 2020, in the Corona time, we know what is happening. How troublesome it is. Having a body, living a life here. So here Krishna is telling that just by understanding Janma Karma Chame Divyam, my Janma, my birth and my karma, whatever the activities I have been doing, they are Divyam. Divyam means transcendental. Means what? They are not of this material world. They are not of this physical world. They are from the transcendental world. That is the Adhyatmika Prapancham. Whatever Krishna has done, they're completely transcendental. They may look like material. Right? Krishna has done so many things. Especially people, Krishna is the point of contradiction. Right? Krishna is a point of controversies. But if you understand the controversies as it is, why they are there, how they are there, if you understand them, the benefit of understanding them as it is, you don't have to take birth again. That is the benefit of understanding Krishna's janma and karma. Right? So here, where is that? Yeah, janma karma. So what is it? One who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities upon leaving the body does not take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode. You will go back to Krishna. See, this is a very important thing. Just by understanding Krishna's activities as it is, you are going back to Krishna. Going back to Krishna, there are people, so many people are there putting their head down and legs up, and they are doing so much tapasya. They are leaving families, they are doing so many things. They are wearing saffron. So much is happening outside world. But Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, in one sloka, in one sentence said that just try to understand who I am and what are my activities. Is that a difficult task? Is that a difficult task? Yes, it is a difficult task. But it is a secret. It's not a difficult task, but it is a secret. If you go to a guru and if you hear from that guru, if you know the secret, and your passport or your visa to Goloka, Krishna, Vaikunta is there, guaranteed for you. So this is the secret of Bhagavad Gita. Understanding Gita Rahasyam. So this is another Rahasyam. So going to Krishna is very easy. Just try to understand who Krishna is. Krishna, so many people are telling so many. Krishna is a debauchee, Krishna is a politician, Krishna is a musician, Krishna is a magician, Krishna is this, Krishna is that. So many people are telling so many things. But what you have to do? You have to try to understand whether that is whatever they are saying right or wrong. If that is right, how it is right? If it is wrong, how it is wrong? That you have to understand. That is called Bhagavad Gita as it is. You have to understand Krishna as it is. You have to understand Bhagavad Gita as it is. Then your ticket to Vaikunta is guaranteed. Okay. Knowers of Krishna love Krishna. Vitaraga bhaya krodha manmaya mamupasrita bahavo jnana tapasa puta madbhavamagata. What is that? 10th shloka. 10th shloka. What is saying? Yes. Krishna's dedicated devotees consider his birth and activities to be divine and eternal. But others who approach him with different goals do not consider so. So what is this? Vita, Raga, Bhaya, Krodha. Three things are there. Vita means freed from. Raga. Raga means attachment. Bhaya, fear. Krodha, anger. So if you, let's see, being freed from attachment, fear and anger, being fully absorbed in me and taking refuge in me, many persons in the past became purified by knowledge of me. And thus they all attained transcendental love for me. So point A, the three qualifications to understand Krishna is three. What is that? Fear, attachment to, fear and anger. So Prabhupada said that. So here actually, yeah, Krishna's activities mentioned here. Krishna's activity, like, when Krishna took birth, and he did not take like birth like us. And before taking birth, he appeared in front of his parents in the 400 form, and he became a small baby. And he also told his parents, Devaki and Vasudev, he said that who were you in your last life? Not only last life, before life. In last two lives, who you were? Prishni and Sutapa. And at that time, he took birth as Prishnigarbha. And earlier, and Vamana and the Aditi, then he was appeared as a Vamana. In that way, he mentioned who were the Devaki and Vasudevas in their past lives. That also he explained. He told them, and then he became a small baby. So in that way, he appeared. As soon as he appeared, then he was transferred to Gokul. Vasudev took him, and that time what happened? Krishna, forgot to tell, Krishna was decorated with so many ornaments. Did we take birth with so many ornaments, decorations? No. We know what are ornaments. So here, but Krishna is not like that. So in this way, we have to understand the difference. And Krishna showed the Brahmandas in the mouth when Yashoda Maya asks, open mouth. So nowadays also there are so many Bhagwans. Every street corner there is a Bhagwan in India, especially. And especially in the Andhra, Telangana, there are so many Bhagwans. Right? So go and ask them, can you show your Vishwarupa? Check whether they can show their Vishwarupa. If their mouth is not spelling bad, then that itself is a Vishwarupa. Just check with that. So in this way, we can, okay, here coming back. Giving up. What is that? Raga, attachment to bhaya, fear, and krodha. Conception of void from frustration. What is the fear of spiritual identity? We are attached. Attached to what? To these material things. You have to get rid of this material attachment. We are attached to name, fame. We are attached to money, position, possession. So many things are there. You have to get rid of that. And next, bhaya. So what is the real bhaya? The real bhaya is the fear of spiritual identity. Some people are thinking that when we die, we are merging into God. Why? Because they are feared of so much. They are feared of a farm so much. అంటే వాళ్ళ ప్రాబ్లం ఏంటి? రూపం ఉంటే వాళ్ళు భరించలేరు. ఎందుకు? ఈ జన్మలో ఈ రూపం ఉంది, ఇన్ని కష్టాలు పడుతున్నా నేను, రైట్? నేను వెయిట్ చేస్తున్నా. దేనికి వెయిట్ చేస్తున్నా? ఈ శరీరం వదిలేస్తే, చస్తే ఏమవ్వాలి నేను? ఐ వాంట్ టు బికమ్ ఫార్మ్లెస్. ఎందుకు? ఫామ్ ఉంటే ప్రాబ్లం కదా. ఇప్పుడు నాకు ఎన్ని ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఎందుకున్నాయి? బికాస్ ఐ హ్యావ్ ఎ ఫామ్. Because I have this farm, because of that I am undergoing so many problems. Eating problem, sleeping problem, mating problem, defending problem, janma problem, mrityu problem, janma, mrityu, jara, vyadhi, old age, disease, death, adhyatmika, adi bhautika, adi daivika. In this way there are so many problems are there. Why these problems? Because I have a body, I have a farm. So I am just waiting to die so that I will become formless. Why become formless? Because God also doesn't have any form. God also doesn't have any form. So he doesn't have a form, and I also doesn't. I also don't have any form. So become formless is formless. They'll become merge, and then everything will peaceful. Shanti, 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 shanti. Om Shanti. But that is not true. That is not true. Because Krishna told already, Natve maho jatunaso natvam neme janadipa na bhav na chaiva na bhavishyama sarve vayam param. He already declared. Second chapter of Bhagavad, he already said, we are always there, Arjuna, don't worry. You are thinking that you are dying. No, you are not dying, I am not dying. We are all there. Eternally we are all there. Individually, not collectively. Individually we are all there. If it is here, otherwise somewhere else. ఎక్కడో చోట ఉంటాం అందరం. ఇండివిజువల్గా ఉంటాం. నువ్వు నీలాగా ఉంటావు, నేను లాగా ఉంటాను. నువ్వవు, నువ్వు నేనవను. But there are some people are thinking that they are trying to commit suicide. Suicide means Atma Hatya. I am Atma. I want to Hatya. I want to commit, kill myself. That is called Atma Hatya. And the real Atma Hatya is I am Atma. I am killing myself. How I can kill myself? I want to merge, so that nothing will be left. But the people are committing suicide nowadays, thinking that if I commit suicide, there won't be any problem. But the real problem is starting that time only. As soon as you commit suicide, you will become a ghost. Right? You will become a ghost. So ghost is, what is the ghost? Ghost is a form. Ghost is a jiva without having a physical body. So in this way, the problem is there. Okay. So that's why, what is this fear of spiritual identity? Some people they don't want to have any identity. Everything become null, void, zero. But that is not true. So you have to get rid of that fear. And krodha, conception of void from frustration. They are frustrated because with so many problems, they are frustrated. Right? Especially they are frustrated with their lust. Lust means different desires. So what is the problem? I explained. When the lust is fulfilled, what do you call it? Krodha, lobha comes, right? Greediness comes. When it is not fulfilled, frustration comes, krodha comes. So both are problems. So ultimately, you have to get rid of these three things. Then only you will understand Krishna. That is a qualification to understand Krishna. And if you understand Krishna, you will go back to Krishna. So I think we are still at this only. Accurate understanding. Accurate understanding. What is the real understanding? Let's see what is accurate understanding. Do all paths not lead to the same goal? Generally, Nadinam Sagaro Gatihi. we say that statement. What? నదులన్నీ సాగరంలో కలుస్తున్నాయి అంటే ఏంటి? మనం ఎవరిని వర్షిప్ చేసినా మనం ఏం చేసినా కూడా జరిగేది ఒకటే. Is that possible? Is that real? That's not real. I buy a ticket to go to Delhi. Okay, can I sit in a flight which is going to Madras? Can I go to Madras? Chennai? Can I go? No. So wherever the ticket you buy, whichever the flight you catch, you will go there only. Isn't it? So do all paths not lead to the same goal? No. Why is there worship of many gods? Yes, there are so many gods, 33 crore devatas are there. Why it is there? So is caste system not exploitative? In India, the caste system is there. Is that not exploitative? Why India has got caste system? Why America doesn't have? Why Russia doesn't have? So those things Krishna is going to understand. This is called accurate understanding, accurate knowledge. That knowledge also given by Krishna only. So Krishna's dedicated devotees consider his birth and activities to be divine and eternal, but others who approach him with different goals do not consider so. Definitely, devotees ఏం చేస్తారు? They know very well, right? Krishna's dedicated devotees consider his birth and activities are be divine and eternal. That's we understood that. But others who approach him with different goals do not consider so. They think that Krishna is also like any other devata. 33 in one of 33 crores. So, but not. So Krishna reciprocates with the worshipper's mood. Ye famous shloka. Ye yadhamam prapadyamte tam tadaiva bhajamyaham mama vartmanam vartante manushya parda sarvasaha. As all surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. Everyone follows me. Everyone follows my path in all respects. O son of Prutha. So what Krishna is saying here? What is that? All surrender unto me, I reward. As all surrender unto me, I reward them. So whatever the way you want to surrender to Krishna, he will reward. He will reveal to that in that way. If you think that Krishna is a politician, yes, Krishna says Tadastu. Okay, I am a politician for you. Okay, Krishna, you are God. Okay, I am God. Krishna is the supreme Bhagavan. I am Bhagavan. Krishna is your rock. Okay, I am rock. Krishna, you are not there. I am not there for you. So in this way, the requirement is from me. It is starting from me. So whatever the way you want, he will reciprocate that because he is so merciful. He is so merciful, he wants to please you. To please you, he is ready to accept whatever the thing. That's what he is saying. Ye yadhamam prapaden tam tadaiva bhajamyaham. So, but ultimately what is happening? Mama vartman vartante manushya path sarva. Ultimately, everybody is following my path only because he is the original. Isn't it? You are paying a tax to municipality here. Where it is going? It is going to the Prime Minister only, ultimately. And you are getting something from municipality. Where it is coming from? It's coming from municipality. Prime Minister only. So that you don't know the connection. But it is happening internally. So ultimately, so what Krishna is telling, so everything is coming to me only. If by worshipping Krishna, a path of bhakti, one is awarded with whatever he wants. So why do people worship others with material desires? Now the question comes, right? When everything is Krishna, but why we have to go to devatas? Why Krishna first of all put the devatas in the place? Right? That we explained yesterday. Krishna, why devatas are created? In that Praja Sushta Purovacha, what is sloka? In that sloka, Krishna said, why devatas are created? So he made the in charges of the facilities. He had created the facilities. He has created the human beings, and he created the connection. He created the yajnas. There's so much technology is there. So here again, so why we go to devatas? So here Krishna is addressing that. People worship demigods for quick results. Kangshantam karmana siddhim yajanta ihe devata kshipram hi manushya loke siddhir bhavati karmaja. What is that? He is saying that men in this world desire success in fruitive activities and therefore they worship the demigods. Demigods means devatas. So God, in English there is no word for devata. In Sanskrit there is a word for Bhagavan is there, devata is there, but in English there is no word called devata. How to differentiate Bhagavan and God in English? Because in that language there is no concept, they don't have the word. But in Sanskrit we have the concept, we know the philosophy, and there are words. Here demigod worship is used here. Demigod means is kind of a semi-god or a demigod. Right? He's neither Bhagwan or not a Jiva, ordinary Jiva, but he's a in middle. That's why it's called demigod. So here, men in this world desire success in fruitive activities, and therefore they worship the demigods. Why? They have to get the quickly. Quickly men get results from fruitive work in this world. When we worship devatas, we will get the results quickly. But if you go to Krishna, it takes some time, because Krishna doesn't give just like that. Just like a shopkeeper. If you take a, if you send a boy, if you send a boy giving a 50 rupees to the shop to buy some cigarettes, what the shopkeeper do? He takes the 50 rupees, he will give the cigarettes. He will not ask, is this for you or is it for somebody, or why are you buying? Did he ask anything? He will not ask, right? By he just wanted his money, and he will give what is equal value. That is done. Job is done. It's like a business. But if a same boy takes 50 rupees and goes to father, father, can I buy some cigarettes? What the father will do? Father will slap. Father will slap, because he's a father. He knows what is right, what is wrong, what is good, what is bad, and what is appropriate for that kid. But similarly, the shopkeeper, he doesn't have to look for that. Similarly, that is the difference between Supreme Lord and the Devatas. We go to Devatas and we worship. Give me this, we will give. He will give. Especially Lord Shiva, Vrukasura, Bhasmasura went to him and he worshipped him. Okay, he asked for a boon. What is a boon? Okay, whomever I put my hands on head, he has to become Bhasma. Okay, this is Tada. Shiva said, Lord Tadastu. Done. So what happened? Then he wanted to test with Shiva only. And Lord Shiva has to run. Lord Shiva has to run. So this is the situation between the Devatas and the Supreme Lord. Supreme Lord is not like that. So that is the difference. So that's why the Devata worship is mentioned, means they will give the results quickly. Kshipram. Kshipram means quickly. So that is the one thing. Next comes. Okay, the paths of bhakti and jnana give liberation, but the path of karma leads to bondage. Does it mean that there is some inequality in Krishna, the creator of all paths? First understand the question. The paths of bhakti and jnana give liberation. We know that. If we do bhakti and if we get the jnana, we get the moksha. But the path of karma leads to bondage. Right? Especially karma kanda. Not karma yoga, but karma kanda leads to bondage. So then why Krishna put that? Does it mean that there is some inequality in Krishna, the creator of all paths? Why did he create all paths in a different? Because there are some people, they want that. Whatever Krishna has created for our benefit only. Especially this entire material world is created by Krishna for our benefit, to please us. Just like a son is there, father is there. Father is working on his laptop. Son comes and, Dad, I want laptop. And is disturbing his work. What father will do? He will buy a dummy laptop. He will give a different laptop and give it to him and put him in another room. Okay, go ahead and work. Don't disturb me. Similarly, Krishna has created this material world for us. We wanted that. We wanted to be like Krishna. We wanted to be like Krishna. Then Krishna said, in this world, that is not possible. I'll create a separate world for you. Okay, you can be there and you can act like me. You can be like a king, you can like a president, prime minister, mother, father, daughter, this, that, so many things you can work there. That is your laboratory. I would say like a playroom. We are all the childs, and this material world is our playroom. So he sent like that. So here, does it mean that Krishna inequality to create different paths? No. So why here? That's what Krishna is saying here. Now the next thing is coming. So yeah, especially the example is Hiranyakashipu. He was worshipping Brahma. Instead of worshipping Vishnu, he worshipped Brahma. Why? Brahma gives results quickly, Kshipram. So that's why he worshipped Devatas. Similarly, Vrukasura. Vrukasura, he put his, he tried to cut his head. And then Shiva immediately appeared. No, don't do, I am here. So like that. Next. So devatas, all the devatas are there. The different, who are these devatas? Devatas are just like in Indian government, prime minister is there, different ministers are there. Finance minister, education minister, water minister, so many. Say, what do you call? What is that? Secure, no? Mm, Rakshana Shaka, right? In the defense. In this way, there are so many ministries are there. Similarly, in Krishna's government also, there are all the ministers, right? So they have their different portfolios, and we are approaching for different ministers with different thing. Okay, next, the Krishna, the creator and culmination of all paths. No, Krishna has created the 4 varnas and 4 ashramas, particular desires for enjoyment. So why, this is the important question we have to understand, why Krishna has created these 4 varnas. Krishna only said Chaturvarnyam Maya Srishtam Guna Karma Vibhagasa. Krishna, why he has to create these 4 varnas? Why can't he create only one varna? Is that Krishna's choice or is our choice? Actually, it is our choice, because the jivas have different desires. To fulfill the desires, Krishna has created these paths, these different what's called denomination, to enjoy in those modes. Somebody is in tamoguna, he has to enjoy in tamoguna. Somebody is in rajoguna, he has to enjoy in rajo. Somebody in sattva somebody in work in sattva only. So for that is the reason. So actually it is not, even though it is Krishna created, it is our requirement, it's our desire. It's our desire, or it's our request to Krishna to create these kind of situations or these kind of divisions. So that's why many people will ask why there is a caste system in India. No, caste system is everywhere. Yesterday, day before yesterday, I told caste system is everywhere. In each and every country, in each and every religion, this caste system is there. Not like hundreds and thousands of castes, but at least 4 varnas. 4 varnas are there. Caste means varna here, right? 4 varnas: Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, right? Administrators are there, priests are there, teachers are there, traders are there, farmers are there, and workers are there. In each religion, in each country, right? In each company, this division is there. So without understanding the intricacies of this technology, people are screaming and shouting, and especially on YouTube and Facebook, WhatsApp. There is no use, because this is Krishna's creation. It's all perfect, 100% perfect. So Krishna has appeared in a Kshatriya family and performs activities obligatory to the Kshatriya. So how to understand his activities? So Krishna appeared in Vaishya family when he was in Vrindavan. He appeared in Krishna Kshatriya. Vasudeva is Kshatriya. He appeared in Kshatriya family. In later life, he worked as a Kshatriya. But in the middle, he went to Vrindavan, to a Vaishya family. There he lived like a Vaishya, son of a Vaishya, especially Nanda Maharaj, son of Nanda Maharaj. So in this way, 15 minutes left. Let me see. Krishna work doesn't affect him. So namam karmani limpanti. Okay. So Krishna will further explain that he is the non-doer and the result of thoroughly understanding this. Krishna is doing certain things. Did he getting any karma? No, he doesn't get any karma, because he is completely beyond karma. Right? Even though he is doing so many things, but he is not affected by any of these things. Just like a company owner is there. Company owner puts so many rules. You have to come at 9 o'clock, leave at 5 o'clock. You have to take 1 hour lunch. You should not do this. You should do this. So many rules are there. But the company owner, will that rules will affect the company owner? That will not affect. Similarly, Krishna is the owner of this entire world, both material and spiritual owner of. Nothing will impact him. He is not under karma, he is not under modes. So that's why namam karmani limpanti, name karma pala spraha, itimam yo abhijanati, karma bir nasa bhadyate. This will not
what is that? Let me see. There is no work that affects me. Not do I aspire for the fruits of action. He is not doing something, some fruit. He is Atmaram. He doesn't need any result from any action. If I do something, I am expecting some result. But when Krishna is doing something, he is not looking for any result. So one who understands this truth about me also does not become entangled in the fruitive reactions of work. So if you understand this, that's what Krishna said, Janma karma chame divyam. We have to understand his karma also. His karma is not giving a resultant karma. Right? మన కర్మకి మన యాక్షన్కి రియాక్షన్ ఉంది. But for Krishna's action, there is no reaction. Why is beyond reaction? So that is the one thing. So whoever is understand that, he also doesn't get into bondage, he says. So by understanding this about me, all the liberated souls in ancient times did their work without desire. What is that? 15. What is that? Evam jnatva kritam karma पूर्वैरपि मुमुक्षुभि कुरु कर्म इव तस्मात्वं पूर्वै पूर्वतरम कृतम. All the liberated souls in ancient times acted with this understanding of my transcendental nature. Therefore, you should perform your duty following in their footsteps. Arjuna, what you have to do? You have to follow in the footsteps of these liberated souls. Why they are liberated? Because they understood my janma and my karma and they got liberated. If you also do follow in their footsteps, you also will become like that. Therefore, you should perform your duty following in their footsteps. So ultimately, the instruction is making him to work. Having said that, one has to work according to the examples of previous bona fide devotees. Krishna will now explain why one's action should not be independent. So removing reactions. Right? Action, reaction. Now he is entering into the karma theory. Let's see what is this. Let's go to 16th shloka. Karmano hi api bodhavyam bodhavyam cha vikarmanaha akarmanascha bodhavyam gahana karmano gati. So three things mentioned in this shloka: karma, vikarma, akarma. If we understand this, and we can, we are successful understanding this chapter. So quickly, what is karma, what is vikarma, what is akarma? We have to understand that. Okay. So, but ultimately, last statement is karmano gahana karmano gati. What does that mean? Gahana karmano gati means it's very difficult to understand. The intricacies of action are very hard to understand. I do one action. The intricacies, adi ela vastundi, how it, what is the next stage, it is very difficult to understand for us. Especially in this material body having 450 grams of gray matter, it is very difficult to understand. But it's not that completely understandable. So let's understand. So what is karma? What is vikarma? What is akarma? So karma is just like Newton third law of motion. What is Newton third law of motion? For every action, there is equivalent and opposite reaction is there. Right? If you take a ball and hit on the wall, so with whatever the force you hit, with the same force it comes back. Isn't it? Equal and opposite. Similarly, in our day-to-day life also, we are doing so many karma, so many activities. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. The good are called karma, or sukarma or sakarma. And some of them are bad. That's called vikarma. Right? These are, we have to understand. Karma, vikarma. What is the next one? Akarma. There are certain actions you do, it doesn't result either good or bad. And we should know what is that. So at least according to at least from this shloka, we have to understand three things are there. Akarma is there, vikarma is there, sakarma is there. This is called karma siddhanta. Right? We will be discussing that in further also, but at least till this shloka, this is enough. So one who sees the inaction in action and action in action is intelligent among men. So what does that mean? Action inaction in action, inaction in action. That's English, very complicated. అంటే ఏంటి, నువ్వు ఒక పని చేస్తున్నావు, దాంట్లో ఏం రిజల్ట్ లేదు, రైట్? యు ఆర్ యాక్టింగ్ బట్ ఇట్స్ లైక్ ఏ ఇన్యాక్షన్. బట్ సమ్టైమ్స్ యు ఆర్ ఇన్యాక్టింగ్ బట్ ఇట్స్ లైక్ యాక్టింగ్, and you are not doing anything, but that conveys that you are doing something. In some places you are doing something, it is equally you are not doing anything. That is called akarma. Action and inaction, inaction and action is called akarma. But karma, sakarma or vikarma, what is that? You do action, good result. Bad action, bad result. These are three things. Okay. Let's see. Work in one's own account, working on God's account. Let's understand this. This will clear this one, right? A cashier receives or issues lakhs on behalf of bank. The moment he steals a penny, he is arrested. What the bank cashier is doing is taking so much money and is giving so much money to the account holders, from account holders, isn't it? And he is clean there. At the end of the day, he tallies the account, is done. His job is done. In the end of the month, he will get his salary. But he takes at least 1 paisa, 1 penny from that account, he will be. So the first work is doing on the behalf of bank, right? But this is doing on his own. So whatever he does on his own for his own benefit, that is punishable. But other thing is some in one place he is taking money, right? It's a sukarma, sakarma. He's giving it to money. It's like a bad karma. Why? Because some money is going out of bank. Some money is coming inside the bank. That is called as a sakarma. Going outside is bikarma. But both are doing on the what do you call, on the behalf of bank. That's why he is good. Even though they are doing something may look like good or bad, but it's good because he's doing on the behalf of bank. But if you take it on your own, and you are punishable. So same example next to, a soldier is killing people in many in army, is awarded Paramvir Chakra. When he kills neighbor, he is arrested. What does that mean? So what is akarma? What is akarma? When he is working for the government, when he is working for the country, as many he kills, for that much award he will be given, because he is working on behalf of a government, country. That is called akarma. He is killing, he is doing karma, but it's not giving any result to him, right? Similarly, but same person with same gun, if he comes to inside the country, if he kills one person, then he will be in jail. That is called vikarma. So vikarma means bad action. For that he has to suffer. He has to be in jail. But same killing. But if you work for government or country, you are awarded. Similarly, here also Arjuna, Krishna is telling Arjuna, you fight for me. You kill as many people as you want. Right? You will not incur any sin. You are not doing any karma. It is akarma only. Akarma only. But if you kill for yourself, that you will, and if you don't kill for yourself, two things are there. If you kill for yourself, if you don't kill for yourself, that's what is the situation. He is saying that I don't want to kill anybody for myself. That is a problem. That is a problem. If he kills somebody for himself, that is a problem. But without both those two, he has to kill for Krishna. He has to fight for Krishna. So that is awardable. He will get the reward. So in this way, this is the okay, the science of karma. A lot of things are there. Let's see. I'm skipping some slides because of the time, because this time is not enough. Actually, there are many slides. One more topic is there, but at least I'm giving the essence. Don't think that okay, we are missing something. You're not missing anything. The elaboration is missing, but the essence you are getting it. Okay, there is a karma vada, there is a daiva vada. So let us understand this. What is the time? 5 more minutes. Okay. Karma vada. Karma vada means everything is in my hand. This is there. There are some people, especially atheists, what they are thinking, everything is happening because of me. I am doing everything, and because of me, everything is happening. That is called karma vada. So then next one is called daiva vada. What is Daivavada? Sorry. Daivavada is, what is that? Everything God is doing, let God do. I won't do anything. I simply cover myself and sleep. Let God do. So what is the point? Both are wrong. Both are wrong. So what is the other Vada? Gita Vada. Gita Vada is nothing but Bhagavadgita Vada. What Bhagavad-gita is telling? You have to do your job. God has to do God's job. The best example is agriculture, farming. In agriculture, what we have to do? You have a land. You have to till the land nicely, and you have to get the grains, seeds, and you have to throw the seeds. That's all your job. Next, rain has to come. Getting rain is not in your hands. That has come from God, Krishna. Right? He has to give the rain, and he has keep on giving the rain till the harvest comes. Then you have to go and cut it and take it and eat it. So here your portion is clear and God's portion is clear. Even though there are so many rains, if you don't throw the seeds, you will not get the crop. Right? Even though you till the land and throw the seeds, if there are no rains, you will not get the crop. This is Bhagavad Gita. This is Bhagavad Krishna. That's why Krishna said, Arjuna, you are thinking that you are killing everybody, you are doing everything on your own. No, it's not you. I am there. Don't forget that I am there. That's why he said, Tasmat Sarveshu Kaleshu Ma Manusmara Yudhyacha Mayarpita Manobuddhir Mame Vaishyasi Asamshayaha. If you understand this example, you understood Bhagavad Gita. You understood Bhagavad Gita. Right? What is that? Generally, భగవద్గీత అనగానే మనకి ఏం గుర్తొస్తుంది? హిమాలయాలు, గడ్డాలు, మీసాలు ఇవే గుర్తొస్తాయి. రైట్? ఎవరన్నా భగవద్గీత అనగానే ఓ నో అని చెప్పి పరిగెడతారు వెనక్కి. వై? Because they have a misconception of Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita means death, Bhagavad Gita means smashanam, Bhagavad Gita means puja room, Bhagavad Gita means court room. None of these. Bhagavad Gita means none of these. Bhagavad Gita means do your duty. At the same time, you have to depend on God. Don't forget God is there. These two things are there. And these things need to be taught in schools, colleges and universities. Why? Then only they'll study better. Otherwise, either they keep on studying or they never study. Well, God will give the result. Or I am doing the result. I am doing the writing the exams. No, you are writing the exam. At the same time, God also has to give the intelligence. He has to give the result also. So this is Bhagavad Gita philosophy. So next see. Let me. So this is all same thing only. Elaboration. What I said. Attaining jnana through yajna, sacrifices. Sacrifices means working. Not only sacrifice, not only the yajna kunda, grains and all. Yesterday also I mentioned that. What is that? Yajna means what? Whatever the work we are doing also yajna. 9 to 5 job is a yajna. Arjuna is also doing yajna. The killing itself is yajna. Like the arrows are grains. The other field is like yajna kunda. Other soldiers also. What is that? The other side is also yajna kunda. Like that, comparison is there. So he has to do his yajna. What is his yajna? Fighting is yajna. What is our yajna? Working. Working is our yajna. Especially if you do that yajna for Krishna, and if Arjuna does that yajna for Krishna, and we are free. We are free. So having explained that, sacrifice uncovers Brahman, Krishna. Brahman, Krishna now lists different types of sacrifices. There are 4 or 5 sacrifices. I quickly mention that. 7:30. There are 4. How many types of yajnas? Okay. Where is that? Namam karma. No, this is over. Okay. Different types of sacrifices. Shloka number 25 to 29. He mentioned that. Let me read them. Okay, here it is. Okay. Daivame pavare yajnam yogina pariyupasate brahmagnav apare yajnam yajnena vopajuhvati. Some yogis perfectly worship the demigods by offering different sacrifices to them. And some offer sacrifices in the fire of the Supreme Brahman. Right? There are some yogis. Because there are some people, they are worshipping devatas, doing some yajnas, right? So many yajnas are there. What is that? Chandi Yagam, so many, right? Sudarshan Yagam. In this, there are so many yagas are there. Ashwamedha Yajnam, Gomedha Yajnam. These are so many yajnas are there. Some yogis perfectly worship the demigods by offering different sacrifices to them. And some offer sacrifices in the fire of the Supreme Brahman. So there some people are worshipping through the yajna, yeah, Vishnu also, Supreme Brahman also. And similarly, uh, uh, Srotradini Indriyanyanye Samyamyagnisu Juhvati Shabdadini Vishayananya Indriyagnisu Juhvati. What is that? Some, the unadulterated brahmachari, some sacrifice the hearing process and the senses in the fire of mental control, and others, the regulated household, sacrifice the objects of the senses in the fire of the senses. So now we are also doing some yajna. What is that yajna? You are using your ears. I am using my tongue, right? We are both are also in some yajna, hearing yajna, talking yajna. We are doing some work here, right? So this is also called yajna. This is called swadhyaya yajna, right? Next to what is that? Yeah, dravya yajna, tapo yajna, yoga yajna, tatha pare swadhyaya jnana yajnascha yata ya samshita vrata. There are so many. Having accepted strict vows, some become enlightened by sacrificing their possessions. Right? Some people, they are giving some money. Now you are sacrificing. Sacrificing means త్యాగం చేస్తున్నారు. మీరు ఏం త్యాగం చేస్తున్నారు? మీ టైంని త్యాగం చేస్తున్నారు, లేకపోతే మీ కంఫర్ట్ని త్యాగం చేస్తున్నారు. You are hearing from me, right? It's very difficult, right? So you can watch a nice movie, but in this time you can watch nice movie, but you gave this time to me and you are hearing from me, so that you sacrificed some good time. So in that way you are doing yajna also. And others by performing severe austerities. Somebody is, ekadashi vrata, some, what is that, Monday vratas. There are so many vratas are, right? Every day, every varam, shanivara vrata, so many things are there. In this way we are doing so many yajnas. So by practicing the yoga of eightfold mysticism, somebody people are doing ashtanga yoga, yama niyama asana pranayam pratyahar dhyana dhyana samadhi. In this way there is so much tapasya is there. So in this way, by studying the Vedas to advance in transcendental knowledge. So we are studying Vedas. Right? Bhagavadgita is nothing but essence of Vedas. So we are studying. That is called Swadhyaya Yajna. So this is also Eka Yajna. So in this way, there are so many yajna, sacrifices are. So why we have to sacrifices? Sacrifices will. So here he mentioned demigod worship, Brahman worship, mind control, sense enjoyment, self-control, charity, austerity, mysticism, scriptural study, pranayama. These are all different type of sacrifice. Sacrifice means tyagam. Tyagam means yajnam. In yajna, what happens? We do some tyaga, right? We throw some ghee, we throw some flowers or some fruit, some cloth, some grains. This all we are doing tyaga, sacrificing. That's why it's called sacrifice. So these are different sacrifices. So purpose of sacrifices. Why we have to do the sacrifice? All full sinful reactions are destroyed. Okay. Why we have to do this? Let's see. 30. And 30. Okay. In this, all these performers who know the meaning of sacrifice become cleansed of sinful reactions. మన పాపాలని పోగొట్టుకోవడానికి యజ్ఞాలు చేస్తున్నాము. And having tasted the nectar of the results of sacrifices, they advance toward the supreme eternal atmosphere. So in this process, what happens? We are getting the taste. We are getting rid of our sinful reactions. When we remove our sins, what happens? We are advancing towards the eternality, towards Krishna. So basically, by sacrificing, doing the sacrifices, we cleanse ourselves and we go towards Krishna. That is Nayam Lokosti. Next to, without sacrifice, one can never live happily in this life or the next life. Right? Thus, many types of sacrifice are described in the Vedas. So Sreyan Dravyamayad. Okay, what is 33? So what is that? Oh, chastise of the enemy. Arjuna, the sacrifice performed in knowledge is better than the mere sacrifice of material possessions. After all, was Anapruta, all sacrifice of work culminate in transcendental knowledge. So what Krishna is saying here, the sacrifice performed in knowledge is better than the mere sacrifice of material possessions. We are sacrificing our material possessions, right? Some money, possession, so many things are, we are doing thyaga. But better than that is sacrifice performed in knowledge is better. So what does that mean? Let's see. There's a many types of sacrifices. Let's go to next sloka where he mentions. No. Mental speculation, dry arguments, or independent study of books cannot help one attain perfect knowledge. One has to approach a bona fide spiritual master. So that is the meaning of the earlier one. So you have to get the complete knowledge, and with that knowledge you do the sacrifice. It is something like doing something with knowledge, doing something without knowledge, right? Doing something with knowledge is always better than doing something without knowledge, right? We know that. I'm doing some, even though you're good or bad, whatever it is, if you are doing with complete knowledge of whether good or bad, it's better. It's more higher level than doing somebody without any knowledge. Without any knowledge, that may good or may bad. But here at least we know that I'm doing good, or at least I know that I'm doing bad. That having knowledge is better. So that's what the meaning of it. So that's why here getting the knowledge is important. So just try to, now coming to the, just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master here. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshinaha. Process of attaining jnana. How to get the jnana? That there is a way. To whether spiritual knowledge or material knowledge, there is a way to get the knowledge. What is that knowledge? Tad vidhi pranipatena. Tad vidhi. Vidhi means knowing. How? Pranipatena. By surrendering. To who? Pariprashnena sevaya. Upadekshante jnanam jnana tattvadarshina. Go to approach a tattvadarshi, is a guru, right? And get the knowledge. How? By surrendering to him, by serving him, then inquiring from him. This is the knowledge. This is how you have to get the knowledge. Not that go to some college and pay whatever the money and get the knowledge. No. More than that is, even though you pay, if you become very dear to the guru, you will get the real knowledge. You will get the all the knowledge, ultimate knowledge. You will get it. The point is, you have to find out a guru and you have to submit to him. That is the real process of getting knowledge. Method, results, and glories. What is the method? This is the method. Result, what is the result? No bewilderment, no punarmoham, bestows pure vision, destroys sense, destroys all reactions. This is the glorification of jnana. If you get the jnana, what it removes all the reactions. Karma is gone. It destroys sins. Apichet apichet अपिचेदसि पापेभ्यः सर्वेभ्यः पापकृत्तमा सर्वं सर्वं ज्ञानप्लवेनैव वृजिनं सन्तरिष्यसि. Let's see, 36. Even if you are considered to be the most sinful of all sinners, when you are situated in the boat of a transcendental knowledge, you will be able to cross over the ocean of miseries. Wonderful, right? What is saying? Even if you are considered to be most sinful of sinners, before coming to Bhagavad Gita, before understanding Bhagavad Gita, I have done so many karma. Some good karma, some bad karma, sakarma, vikarma, so much is there. Now what should I do? Don't worry. Don't worry. Even if you are considered to be the most sinful of all sinners, when you are situated in the boat of transcendental knowledge, what is that? Bhagavad Gita. Fourth chapter of Bhagavad Gita is called transcendental knowledge. When you are coming to Bhagavad Gita, when you are understanding Bhagavad Gita knowledge, you will be able to cross over the ocean of miseries. Uh, through our karmas, bad karmas, we are going to get so many miseries. But if you understand Bhagavad Gita, if you accept Bhagavad Gita knowledge, you will cross over them. Many of them will be mitigated, and even if something is left, you will cross over them by getting the strength from Bhagavad Gita. Because Bhagavad Gita, Krishna gives that strength to cross over these miseries. And that is what is said. Destroys all reactions. So this knowledge is pure knowledge. Raja Vidya, Raja Guhyam. It is said in the earlier and the next two chapters also. Let's go to T8. Okay, here. Nahi jnanena sadrisham pavitram vidyate tat swayam yoga samsiddha kalenatmani vindati. In this world, there is nothing so sublime and pure as transcendental knowledge. There is nothing pure as Bhagavad Gita. There is nothing sublime as Bhagavad Gita. So such knowledge is the mature fruit of all mysticism. How? What is this? What is the power of this knowledge? This is the mature fruit of all mysticism. Mysticism means there especially the Ashtanga Yoga. The Ashtanga Yoga process is there. In that Ashtanga Yoga process, what we do, we get so much mystic siddhis, right? We walk on the water, we drink fire, we get to anima, garima, lagma, prapti, prakamya, ishita, vasita. In this way, there are ashta siddhis are there, mystic siddhis are there. So this is the perfection of all those things, right? Whether you get them or not, if you get this knowledge, is better than getting them, isn't it? Whether you walk on the water, whether you drink the fire, generally what happens? We have to walk on the land, we have to drink the water, we have to cook with the fire. But these mystic siddhis, what they do? They get something from the nowhere. They get some ash from nowhere. They get some fruits from nowhere. They get some gold from nowhere. Right? We see that the siddhis are there. They lift in the air, and so many things. These siddhis are there. But what is the use of them? You are going to die. You are getting old. You are getting diseased. Isn't it? You are taking birth. Even though you are achieving all these things, you have to die like cats and dogs. We know so many people, so many Bhagwans have died like that. So what is the use? So instead of that, get this knowledge, right? So this is the mature fruit of all mysticism, and one who has become accomplished in the practice of devotional service enjoys this knowledge within himself due course of time. It's just a matter of time. Wait for 15 more days, for 14 more days, you will get this mature fruit of mysticism. That is Bhagavad Gita. That is a transcendental knowledge completely. And then you will be happy. So Krishna has said, Kalen Atmani. Arjuna may think, how long will it take? Will it take many lifetimes? No, it doesn't take lifetime, just 14 more days. That's all. If you there for 14 more days, and you will get it. Right? Results. Who can attain jnana? So who am I eligible? Whoever is sitting on the conference call, are all we eligible for that? Yes. Then kavalsindi, what is it? Shraddhavan labate jnana. You need the faith. You need the interest. That's all. Shraddhavan labate jnanam tatapara samyatendriha jnanam ladva param shantim achirenadi gacchati. Achira means, chira means too long. Achira means quickly. You will get it very quickly. Don't worry. That is a assurance given. What is said? A faithful man who is dedicated to transcendental knowledge and who subdues his senses is eligible to achieve such knowledge. And having achieved it, he quickly attains the supreme spiritual peace. Only thing, two things are there. You should be faithful, and you should be interested, and you should be subduing your senses, and you are eligible, and you will get it quickly. Spiritual peace. That is there. Okay, who cannot attain jnana? That is also mentioned. But ignorant and faithless person who doubt the revealed scriptures do not attain God consciousness. They fall down. For the doubting soul, there is happiness neither in this world nor in the next world. Samshayatma vinashyati. Somebody who is doubting, he doubts, everything he doubts, this, doubts that, so many things he is doubting. But a person who is doubting, he is not happy here, he is not happy in next life also. So, but what is that? So that's why the faith is important. Sorry, faith is important in this Bhagavad-Gita. Okay, next, reaction-free work. Reaction-free work and 42. Let's see, where is that? Tasmad ajnana sambhutam hrutstam jnanana anatmanaha chitvainam samshayam yogam atistotistha bharata. Let's see. Therefore, the doubts which have arisen in your heart out of ignorance should be slashed by the weapon of knowledge. Armed with yoga, stand and fight. Now Krishna gave the what is that? You have to slash your doubts with the knowledge, right? Like just like doubt is like a darkness and knowledge is like a torchlight. So how the darkness will go? If you put the torchlight, the darkness is gone. Similarly, doubt is like a doubt is like a what do you call? Sorry, no, should be slashed. No, ignorance. Ignorance is should be gone with the knowledge, especially transcendental knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So all your doubt will be gone. So that is the 7:48. Oh, Krishna. I think we started 10 minutes late, right? So 7:50, 7:30, 20 minutes. Okay. I took 10-20 minutes extra. I'm sorry. Hopefully, okay. So that is done. Let's see. I am unmute you all for 10 minutes. You can ask some questions. I'm ending it here. Stop share. Okay, please. This one. Any questions or comments? Okay, let's do this one. Okay. Is anybody there waiting for any questions? Let me open this. Oops, where this gone? What is this? I have to understand this. Okay, 2 questions. We are learning many different things which we are not aware of, Guruji. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Prabhuji, nowadays, even though we are having funds, we are not able to give the relatives, friends who are in needy. Is it yesterday's question or today's question? Yesterday also somebody. Now there's enough funds. We are not able to give our relatives, friends who are in needy. Why? That is question to you. You are asking me. you should give when you have something, and if they are in need, you should give. We have to give, yes. Right? It is mentioned already in the Shastra. It is mentioned that 50% should be given to God, 25% given to relatives. You have to use only 25%. In out of all your earnings, 50% భగవంతుడికి ఇవ్వాలి, 25% రిలేటివ్స్కి ఇవ్వాలి, 25% మనం వాడుకోవాలి. అది శాస్త్రం చెప్తుంది. సో ఇన్ దట్ వే, ఫాలోయింగ్ ఇన్ దట్ ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్, యూ షుడ్ గివ్. పీపుల్ ఆర్ నాట్ గివింగ్. దట్ ఈస్ అవుట్ ఆఫ్ దేర్ గ్రీడినెస్. అలా ఇవ్వడం వల్ల ఏమవుతుంది? దానం చేయడం వల్ల మన దగ్గర ఉన్నటువంటి ధనం ప్యూరిఫై అవుతుంది, లేదంటే ధనం సిన్ఫుల్ అవుద్ది. ధనాన్ని ఎలా ప్యూరిఫై చేస్తామంటే దానం ద్వారా ప్యూరిఫై చేస్తాం. అర్థమవుతుందా? ధనాన్ని శుద్ధి చేయాలి. ఎలాగా? దానం చేయడం వల్ల శుద్ధి అవుతుంది. నువ్వు 50% భగవంతునికి ఇస్తే నీ దగ్గర ఇంకో 50% ప్యూర్ అవుతుంది. నువ్వు భగవంతునికి పైసా ఇవ్వకుంటే ఉన్నదంతా ఇంప్యూర్, అది సిన్ఫుల్. యూ హ్యావ్ టు సఫర్ ఫర్ దట్. శాస్త్రం చెప్తుంది అన్నమాట. సో కాబట్టి దానం, అందుకని ఒక గృహస్థ ఎప్పుడు కూడా టూ థింగ్స్ని ఈ షుడ్ నాట్ నెగ్లెక్ట్. వన్ ఈజ్ ఏంటి, వాట్ ఈజ్ దానం, ఇంకోటి యజ్ఞం. యజ్ఞం చేయాలి, దానం చేయాలి. ఎస్పెషల్లీ యజ్ఞం మీన్స్ కలియుగంలో ఏంటి, కలియుగంలో చేయగలిసిన యజ్ఞం సంకీర్తన యజ్ఞం ఒకటే. సంకీర్తన యజ్ఞం, భగవన్నామం తీసుకుని హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే. దట్ ఈస్ ద సంకీర్తన యజ్ఞ. దెన్ దానం, ఎస్ మనీ ఉంటే మనీ, లేకపోతే స్క్రిప్చురల్ నాలెడ్జ్ ఆయన దానం చేయాలి. అన్నిటికంటే ముఖ్యమైనది స్క్రిప్చురల్ నాలెడ్జ్, భగవంతుని గురించి జ్ఞానాన్ని దానం చేయాలి. సో ఈ రెండు మాత్రం మర్చిపోద్దు. డబ్బులు ఉంటే మాత్రం తప్పనిసరిగా దానం చేయాలి. ఎస్, భగవంతుని చేయాలి, టెంపుల్కి డొనేషన్స్ ఇవ్వాలి. అదర్వైజ్ temples will not survive. When temples are not there, what can you do? You have to die in sins. If temples are not there, we have to die in sins. Temples are the places where we can get rid of sins through the knowledge, through the service, through the dhana. The temples are facilitating 3 or 4 things. We are going to discuss them. So that's why we have to protect the temple. That's why it said dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. You have to protect the dharma. How can you protect the dharma? This is how you have to protect the dharma, by protecting the temples and the culture. For that you have to preach. For that preaching you have to spend money, print books. In this way there is so much is there. Okay. Okay, any more questions? Okay, thank you for enlightening us. How to not to be attached, to live without raga with the people whom we meet and we live together. Still we are learning the great knowledge, but still not able to live without raga. Please advise to be more connected. Krishna's words. Yes, just to wait. Maybe next session. There is a in 7th chapter onwards. 7th chapter onwards, you will know how to not to get attached. It is described how to not to get entangled. Of course, this karma shatka also is the same explaining, but there it will be more clear. Just please be patient, and please keep joining the class, and I will definitely tell you how to not to get attached. Just like living like a what is that, water on the lotus leaf, పద్మపత్రం ఇవాంబస. దాన్ని ఏమంటాం మనం, తామరాకు మీద నీటి బొట్టులాగా బతకాలి ఈ ప్రపంచంలో మనం. దట్ ఈస్ భగవద్గీత. యాక్చువల్లీ భగవద్గీత చేసే పనే అది అనమాట. భగవద్గీత ఇచ్చే నాలెడ్జే అది. ఏం చేస్తుంది, ఈ ప్రపంచంలో బతకాలి. వీ కెనాట్ కమిట్ సూసైడ్, రైట్? వీ హ్యావ్ టు లివ్ ఇన్ దిస్. సో హౌ టు లివ్? జస్ట్ లైక్ తామరాకు మీద నీటి బొట్టులాగా బతకాలి. యూ హ్యావ్ టు బి ఆన్ దట్ లీఫ్, బట్ యు ఆర్ నాట్ attached to the leaf. So that is the secret of Bhagavad Gita, science of Bhagavad Gita. So that we are going to describe. Okay. Thank you very much for your patient audience. So I have to rush in this today's because a lot of knowledge is there. Time is very less. Actually it takes 4 hours class, minimum 4 hours class. I'm trying to crush into 2 hours. It's not possible for me, but I'm trying. Please cooperate with me. If there are any questions, if you are confused, doubts, please post the questions to me, then I will answer. Okay. Any more? 2 hours are over. Okay. Thank you. So I'm ending it here then. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. And